Give me one moment, guys. Okay, and then the next thing I need to do is screen share. But okay, so welcome to New Distributor Training. My name is Sarah O'Connell. I'm an ambassador Diamond with It Works Global, and I've been here for a really long time, like 13 plus years, long time. And so I always just say this, and this is one of those beautiful things that sometimes we think like we are joining this business and we're like, oh wow, like how long do these things last, or do these things really work, or can they really be your income? And I'm just here to be that person to tell you that yes, it can be literally whatever you want it to be. And that's one of the most empowering things, you guys. I hope that excites you to your core. And I just want you to know that literally every single one of us comes in here with very little experience. I have yet to sign anybody that's been like, oh, I've had this many years in this kind of industry. Most of us are brand new. And so I just want you to know, it doesn't matter the background you have. It doesn't matter what you don't know, what you don't have yet. Really, if you're willing to learn and apply, honestly, the sky's the limit, which is makes it super, super fun. I always tell people, like, yes, you have to work hard to obviously get all the goods and those types of things, but you're working for the things that matter most to you and the things that you get to choose. So I am going to share my screen because I'm going to talk along with you. And, but I also like you to be able to see things. So that way, you can either screenshot, and that way you can kind of go back. And I always say this too, like, even if you're a new distributor, I want you to know that what we go over tonight is literally what, like, you do stuff in this business and then you can teach it and then it just starts duplicating. So just know, like, you don't have to be in this business for 3 months before you can start bringing people on your team. They will push you to learn things a lot faster, and you kind of each learn your own things, then you come together, and before you know it, you're like, wait, here we're doing it. So and if there's people that are on here that aren't new, I just want you to drop in the chat how quickly you signed your first distributor, because I know for me, I signed it within the first 2 weeks, and I'm going to tell you, I did not know everything. But what I did know was what we're going to talk about tonight. And I knew that as I did things, I was just going to have them do the same exact thing. So tonight, we are just going to go over exactly what you should be focusing on for this month and what's on the table for you. We're going to show you how the multiple ways that you can earn, because you have plenty of ways to get paid, how to earn unlimited weekly bonuses, and really the kind of action that we take to capitalize on those things. So that's what we're going to be going over tonight. So I'm going to share my screen with you and we are going to get started. Okay. Oh yeah. 1 month, first weekend. See, like, so just know that, what we're doing tonight, you can share this, but when you have people come on, but just know that they are also going to learn right alongside you. And we're truly in this together. So you're never by yourself. I feel like it's one of the best parts about this business. And so let's get going. I'm going to do this quick. So actually, where is my chat? Dang it. Can you just put in the chat how long you've been in this business? That's what I want to know. Okay. How long you've been here. So I'm just going to share this really quick, just a little bit about It Works, because I do want you to be so excited. And I want you to know that when I said yes to this, I didn't totally know how amazing our company was, but I always say, like, saying yes to It Works is probably as close as I will ever get to winning the lottery. And I am not joking. Okay. So when I say I'm not a super lucky person, and that's okay, because I'm a hard worker, but to have this be my first business in network marketing, I feel like that I got extremely lucky to be partnered with the company that I'm with. So they are a family-based business. It's a teacher that had started this business. He wanted more for his family. And as he started creating that, him and his wife, who are Mark and Cindy right here, they were like, we want this opportunity for many other families, because we can't be the only ones that are trying to stretch $1 into $10, or who are wanting to make $100, but do it with the freedom and flexibility to do it on our time and from home. And so that is where It Works came about. And so they are a debt-free company. You guys, they started in 2001. One thing that you want to know about being a debt-free company is that is very rare air. Okay. So that means that they are extremely good stewards of their money, but they also have that vision for you as well. So you're going to see, when you see these bonuses or when you see all these multiple ways to get paid, I want you to know there's a reason for that, because they're like, you know what? You are happier in a car that's paid off, right? You sleep better in a house that's paid off, like getting rid of credit card debt and that type of thing. And truly bringing in a business like this allows you to do those things and do it so much faster. And you get to really truly work it in the nooks and crannies of your day, because that is exactly what I did. That's what I teach women to do every single day. So you're going to see that we're open in 19 countries. So we're open all over the place. You may be like, Sarah, I don't know people in other countries, but guess what, you guys, you may know somebody that actually does know people in different countries. And what I will tell you is that people are going to find you on social media, and they might be in one of these countries. And one of the coolest things about our business is that you can sign customers from elsewhere, because the products just get shipped right to them. So many of us maybe started, we didn't think we would have a global business, but here we are, because we're open in 19 different countries. Okay. So that's just a little bit about it works. We're going to talk about this too. Just like I told you, like earning weekly, daily, monthly, being able to do it on your own time. We have industry leading products that are results driven. They have clean products. They're products that are plant-based. And so again, a really big demand for what you have to offer. We talked about no experience, and then we will talk about how to get your products. Okay. So this is one thing when you're going through this, I asked every single person. And even if you haven't been asked yet, I want you to ask yourself tonight, like, I want you to write down why you started this business. Like, if there were no limits and you had zero fears, what would you want out of this business? And so you can even share in the chat if you are a little more bold. I'm going to share mine. So for me, I was working night shift as a charge nurse. And honestly, you guys, I had just come back from maternity leave from my first guy, who is now 14 years old. And I was like, you know what? I am done working extra. And I did make great money. And some people could say, oh, she only works 3 days a week. But you guys, I was gone 14 hours a day, and I did not have flexibility. I couldn't call in sick when my kid was sick. I was a charge nurse. They needed me there. I worked holidays, I worked weekends, and I just knew, like, yes, I could say, hey, I could make extra income picking up extra shifts. But at the end of the day, that did not align where I wanted to be in my future. I didn't always want to have to sell my soul at the hospital to be able to make extra income. I was looking for multiple streams of income. I wanted the ability to make income from home. And so instead of picking up an extra shift, my goal was an extra $500 for this, so that I could just say, hey, I'm not picking up extra shifts. And little did I know, I slowly went from down to part-time, and then I went down to just picking my shifts when I wanted to, and then I fully came home. And so you just never know what this business can truly do for you. But one thing you do know is what you're working for and what it means to you. And so I just want you to really dive in deep with that. And I really want you to be vulnerable and tell the person that you started with and partnered up with, because they're going to be able to show you. And you know what that does is it makes us committed to the work that we're doing. It makes us motivated to go after the things that we're going to talk about tonight. So even when we're scared, when you have a goal that is so important to you, you're excited to have a vehicle that helps you work your way to that. Okay. So know your why, make sure you write that down. And again, if you're like, okay, I know that, right? Just know that this is what you're going to be asking your newest teammate when they come on as well. Okay. This is our little distributor checklist. I'm going to move this over here. Some of you guys have maybe already done this. You can screenshot this. This is a good one just to go through, but you want to make sure that you have your It Works app. Okay. And then after you have your app and you're logged in, and again, your login is either going to be your email or your distributor ID, and then the password that you set when you were signing up. And then after that, we're going to go to our website. Your website is your first and last name.itworks.com. Okay. So you want to log in. There's going to be some verification that you have to do for your information. You guys, this is important because it takes your commission hold off, which means you can make money now with It Works. Okay. You can make money with your business literally minutes after getting signed up. So you do want to make sure that you go in your website. And then I always tell you guys, go to settings and upload your picture. So that way, when people are going to your website, they not only see your name, but they can see that they're on the right website and they can see your face. Okay. And then we will talk about how we're going to earn and setting up our auto ship and the actions that we are going to take. This, I always like to share this with you guys. Okay. We have 9 different ranks in our company. And so we all start at distributor, right? And these are averages. I always say we have some people, depending on how they're taking the business or what they decide to do with the business, these are averages. Like there are times where you look at these numbers and you might blow these suckers out of the water, to be honest with you, right? As a double diamond, there's nobody stopping you to say that you can't make what a presidential diamond makes. And so these are just those averages, but these are the 9 ranks, and we slowly just work our way up to this. And really, most people are starting this business. And again, we're all a little skeptical, right? I was too, but most of us are starting for this range right here. And what's so crazy, you guys, is that did you know like an extra $300 for many families is all people need to stop from filing bankruptcy? It's not $3,000. It's not $1,000. Like it's literally $300. So you are going to find that people, I think between the skepticism a little bit and then just not really knowing the power behind this business, most people are truly starting for this executive Ruby. And what I want to tell you, what's amazing about that is that y'all, you can do that in a month. Like you literally can go executive Ruby in a month, and you can be earning weekly paydays. You can be earning bonuses along with that. And we're going to break that down. And then from here up, all it is helping a number of other people just get to here. So Emerald is essentially 2 rubies. Diamond is essentially 3 people on your team that want to make a little over $500 a month. So it's kind of cool. So once you kind of know these things, you will have, and you will know what to do to get to these other ones. Okay. So we are going to go through here. So first goal. Okay. I got to move this thing. I like to see your faces though. Let me see if I can move this up here. There we go. It's okay. Okay. So first goal is you are looking to get 4 customers. So we call them perks members. When you do that, remember I told you have to have your app. This is under when you do my business. This is in your app. So if you want to listen and follow along, you can see this. Okay. This little picture here comes from that. So as you sign people up, they get to pick the products that they want. There is no minimum or maximum that they have to spend. But right now with our Black Friday sale, if they spend over $75, they get 55% off of their products right now. Okay. So normally as a perks member, what's kind of cool is that, and also we're the only company that does this, but we actually give our customers our distributor discount, which is 25% off of the retail price. Okay. So as you get those people that are wanting to use the products, you get them set up and they're ordering from your website. And you are going to start seeing there's volume attached to every single product. So if I'm coming in and I'm buying hair care, there's a certain volume that's attached to that. So say Carly comes in and she is getting the morning trio, right? Which is the coffee and our gut health products. This is going to change. Whatever volume is associated with her order, you're going to see this little marker start moving. Your app tracks everything. You do not have to track your volume. All you got to do is be having those conversations and be out there helping people and asking them what their goals are. Okay. So when you help your first 4 people and you hit that 300 in volume, you get a $50 bonus. That bonus is paid out the next week. Can I also tell you, you can earn as many of those as you want. So there's some people that come in and they're like, Sarah, I don't want to build a team. Okay, that's fine. Like, I'm going to tell you, you probably will naturally start building a team no matter what, because people want to make money. But if you didn't, what's kind of cool is that you can literally help people get started on these products with your discount, and you could get $50 bonuses after $50 bonuses. So if somebody came in and they were like, Sarah, I want to do perks or do the customer part, and I want to make $300, I can literally show them exactly how many customers they need to make that in weekly bonuses alone. All the while you're enrolling them, you are getting paid twice on that. Okay. So not only are you getting a weekly bonus, but you are also earning monthly commissions. And so you get that check. We get paid our monthly commissions. They do like all of November. So November 1st to November 30th, you get paid that on December 15th. Okay. So this is all in your tracker, just like I have on here, but we like to focus on packs because you're going to get more product. You actually save more than the 25%. So I'm always here to give my customers a big bang for their buck, right? Like I'm like, let me be your personal shopper. And plus you're going to notice that you have higher BV. And then just perks member is somebody, you guys, we have options, but we only really focus on one of them. And to be honest, they make it so obvious that this is your best choice that we really don't focus on the other. I would tell you, I've maybe in 13 plus years have had like 7 people decide to do the membership fee. Okay. So what they're doing is when they become a perks member, they unlock your 25% discount. They have 3 orders, so 3 consecutive orders. So say they're signing now, they would have their enrollment order of November. Then they have December and January. Okay. After that, they can keep going monthly. They're going to start earning some free products. They're going to start earning product credit, or they can decide that they want to order just as is and not have it each month. They can do that too. But also, each of those orders that they're ordering, it doesn't have to be the same thing. So it can be different things. You can work it to their budget. So make sure when you're in conversation and when you're sharing the products that you're just asking the questions. Okay. So everybody kind of has their own thing, but we do have a lot of wiggle room in there. But this is your first goal. So if you're like, hey, I just started, what do I want to do? You want to get your first 4 customers. So this is people that want to use the products and that are accessing your discount. Okay. And really, you guys, I always tell in your mind, you just want to work as fast as you can. Okay. And we're going to show you it works, rewards you as you continue to do these things. So we talked about BV. That's just, it's called bonus volume, and it's a value assigned to every single product. Okay. And as you get those orders in, you're going to see your BV go up. Okay. And then that's exactly what you get paid off of on your commission check as well outside of it. So this was just kind of an example. How pretty are our products? Not only are they amazing, but they are just so dang pretty. So these are some of the really popular packs that we have. This is our 30-day drop, which you're going to see a lot for weight loss. Our hair care line is absolutely incredible. I use this every single day. The gut health products, unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. And I'm going to tell you, no matter what somebody's health goal is, prioritizing gut health is so freaking important. Every single soul needs the things that are in our gut health products. Okay. And then we also have a really pretty and like spa-like body line that we have over here. And I also love that. Okay. So what do you get when you get 4 Perks members in 30 days? This is another good screenshot for you. Okay. So that is your first goal. And I'm going to say, this is exactly what you're going to get. So when you're in your app, as soon as you get that first customer, guess what? This little sucker, it lights up in green, and then it also tracks your volume. You get your next one, it knocks it out. It fills it in with green, and then you get your next one. And it literally tells you what you need. Okay. So not only will you get the $50 Perks member bonus, but you can also, within getting your first 4 Perks members in your first 30 days, you will earn a total of $100 in free product credit, because it works really once, and we're going to talk about this tonight, but they want you to find the products that you love the most, because guess what, you guys, that's what makes you a genuine sharer. You do not have to be a salesperson to be successful in this business. It's so funny that I'm like, yes, I'm technically in sales, but do you know what I love doing more is I love using the products. I love sharing why I use them, what they've done for me, and helping other women do the same. Okay. And so that is kind of what I share. And just so you know, that they want you to go find the products that you love. You guys, I have tried so many of our products. When I have my auto ship going, I was switching out new products. Different seasons of life, I had different goals, right? And it's so nice to be able to just go in and be like, well, now I'm on the weight loss journey. Maybe I was postpartum or whatever it may be. And I have the tools that I need to hit the goals that I have in different seasons right here in my back pocket. Like, I have absolutely loved that over and over. So when you get that, you get to go pick the products that you're excited about, that you've been hearing about, or you're like, dang, I want to use more than one, right? Normally when we're going to our website, we're like, wait, we want like 6 or 7 products. I didn't mean to say that because of this, but it just happened like that. Okay. So, just know most of us are like, or even as you hear stuff on the Road to VIP page and you're learning about the products, you're like, wait, I want to try that. Right. And this right here allows you to try that. So the other thing, as soon as you get your first 2, you also get a 50% off BBK promo code. So what that means, BBK is Business Builder Kit. So same thing that you guys picked out when you said yes to this business, you got to pick your starter kit. This allows you to start growing your team right away. Y'all, I want you to hear me. 2 customers in, and they are giving you a code for somebody to join for $49 to get your team started. You do not wait 2 months. You don't wait till you have 12 customers. Like, we get going right off the bat. Okay. So they are walking you into your first promotion. And remember when I showed you those 9 ranks, it works as like, we want to give you the tools to be successful right out of the gates. And then on top of that, like I told you, you are also building that monthly commission check. Okay. So every order that's happening underneath you is volume that's adding up and it's building your monthly commission check. One thing I want you to know that's kind of incredible is that right when our customers they're ordering for 3 months, guess what happens the next month? You have a new goal, right? You're going for more customers, you're going for some new ones. Now it's stacking onto what you did the previous month. So you start seeing that volume double and that volume triple when you stay the course and you keep showing up every single month. So I love that because truly, you guys, we're offering products that it works that we want people to use on a day-to-day basis. Like they are always coming out with things that would be part of somebody's daily regimen. And what that brings for you as a distributor is a customer that is consistently using the products that you're getting credit for. Okay. And so this just kind of breaks exactly that down how we were talking about, right? You get that 50% off BBK code and then the $100 in free product credit. So drill that into your little brain that you want to get 4 customers as fast as you can. Okay. So we talked about when you get your first 2, you're getting that BBK code. So this is what happens. I always tell people, you girls, if you're on here, I want you to drop in the chat who your first distributor or even first couple were. Okay. I'm going to share who mine were. They were not my best friends. They were not family. So when people are like, my friends and families aren't supporting me. Okay. Like, so be it. Keep going. Right. And so for me, mine were coworkers. And it's probably because you guys, I shared why I started. Like that is going to be you. If you get open and a little bit vulnerable and tell people why you're starting something like this, you will be amazed at how relatable that is to people. And so I remember I was walking into work and people were like, Sarah, are you getting spammed? Like I had never even posted really on Facebook. And then all of a sudden here I am sharing products, right? And I was like, no, but I started this business and they saw me continue to post about it. And so my customers actually came from people who saw my posts. They didn't comment on them, but then I saw them at work and they were like, give me the tea on these products. Like I need what you have. And then it was funny because as people started seeing that happening, then some of my coworkers were like, wait a minute, like you're making money from home while you're sleeping because you posted and you're sharing these products. Like I want to do that. And so as soon as I was like, you know what, I'm just kind of shifting gears. I'm a brand new mom. I want more time at home. And they were like, well, so do we, because truthfully, you guys, we were always all picking up extra shifts because we were always short staffed. So like, it's kind of one of those things like, yes, that's a great thing. But like when the carrot's dangling in front of you and you know you have school loans to pay or you have car or maybe you need new tires, it's really hard to say no to that extra money. But at the end of the day, I don't think that any of our lifetime goals is to literally work every day, right? Like constantly be working for our next thing. So what was cool is that they saw the same thing. And so I want to tell you that sharing why you are starting something like this is so relatable and honestly it's inspiring, and that is how you're going to get your first distributors. Okay, so what's cool is as you grow your team, so you get that first distributor, right? Say it's your coworker like mine is. As soon as they get 2 perks members, right, because their first goal is going to be 4 perks members, as soon as they get 2 perks members in their first 30 days, you get kicked out $100 bonus. Because what It Works does, and because we work together and we're not just here to be a recruitment team, right? Because we work together and we show you how to earn, what they say is like, thank you so much, Carly, for actually showing your new distributor how to be successful in this business, showing her how to earn, showing her how to get her first bonus. So it's like this little thing for you that says good job. So you get $100 bonus. And what's great is that as your new distributor is winning, so are you. So she is over there and she's unlocking her own stuff, right? Like she's getting her 50% off BBK code. As soon as she gets 2 more, she's getting her $50 bonus. Then she's also getting her product credit. So as you go along, you literally teach your new person to do the steps that you just did. That's it. So you do it and you teach it. Okay. So again, as you get going, you might say, Sarah, what if I get 3 distributors though, right off the bat, right? That's okay. As soon as each of those gets their first 2 customers, you get $100, $100, $100. If it all happens in 1 week, guess what? You get kicked out a bonus of $300 the next Friday. You are not waiting a month or 6 weeks to get paid while your commission check is building. Okay. So know that so many people, when they come in and they get started, they lock in on these $50 and $100 bonuses, and they are knocking their goal, their starting goal, right? Maybe it was $300 or $500. They're knocking that out of the park just in weekly bonuses. But that's exactly what It Works wants you to do. Like, they want you winning and getting paid as soon as possible and as fast as possible. Okay. So a distributor, I just put this on here, is somebody, so we have our perks members, but a distributor is somebody who's not only wanting to use the products and feel their best and be able to have that discount, but also they're going to be able to share that discount with their family, their friends, their followers, and they can also make income. So you guys, I want to tell you, you want to be offering that. Okay. When you're talking to people, if they are already wanting to order and they're ordering products and even around like $50 to $75, you guys, I always ask them, like, hey, I just want to ask you if this is something you'd be interested in. Would you not only like to use the products at discount, but would you also like to be able to share the products and your discount, but make weekly paydays and some extra income from home? The amount of people that will say yes to that, it will blow your mind. Okay. So even if you started, you're like, but I don't know who's going to be on my team. None of us did. We just started talking about the opportunity and ways that they can earn alongside of us. And that's one of the most beautiful things about this business, you guys, is because I couldn't tell somebody like, yes, I make a great income as a nurse, and be like, Carly, you should come do this with me, right? Like, Carly has a different education than I have. This business, I can say, hey, this is what's happening over here. You should come do this with me. And they can actually come do it with you. So it's super powerful, and there's power in the invite. Okay. So again, this is one of those bonuses that gets paid out weekly, but also you can earn an unlimited amount of times. Okay. There's nothing that's stopping you from doing that. And this will also be in your tracker in your app under business. See how this says this? This looks exactly like your guys's in your app. This is at the bottom. So when you go to my business overview, you'll see the little arrows by weekly bonuses, and it's tracking all of that for you. So this just kind of shows you guys, this is just the breakdown of what we talked about. And we call it like four and a friend. We literally just are like 4 perks members and a distributor, 4 perks members and a distributor, right? And every time you're completing that and you're doing that, you're earning a $150 bonus. Okay. And this just kind of shows, like, maybe it's a friend that joined you, maybe it's a coworker, whatever it may be. And this is what I always talk about. When I talked about your why, I really want you guys, even if your goal is more than that, right? Obviously, my goal was more than $150. Really, my first goal was to cover the products I wanted. And then after that, I was like, okay, but what else can I do? Like, what more can I do? And so then I was like, I want to cover an extra shift at the hospital that I would normally make. And so really, again, it's giving that number in that money of value to you that means something to you. I knew $500 to me meant that I could stay home without my family having to sacrifice financially, right? Like, I was still getting the financial gains that I wanted for my family, but I also got to be present. So just ask yourself, and really, I even say, maybe you're not needing that, or maybe that's hard for you. I always took things that I like throughout our month. Maybe it's kids fees, sports fees, maybe it's groceries, maybe it's gas. Give yourself a goal and be like, I want my weekly bonuses to pay for my gas and groceries. Like, it starts somewhere for everybody. And you know what you'd be amazed at is when It Works is covering that, how much money you still have in your checking account when you're getting paid the next time at your 9 to 5. That blew my mind. Like, even when I was just starting, I was like, wow, the difference $300 to $500 makes every single month adds up. Okay. And then this goes into your first promotion. So this is executive. This is that first one. What it is, you guys, is 2 people that are on your team, and they have gotten their 4 perks members. Their volume is at 400, and you are already promoting to that first rank. Okay. So you think about your 4 and a friend, you're earning your $150 in weekly bonuses. You go do that again, and you're locked in for your executive, and you have another $150. You're already at $300 in weekly bonuses, not to mention what is happening with the people on your team as well, and what's happening with your volume for your commissions. Okay. So what's kind of cool about this month for you guys, I didn't focus. I'm going to move this for you for just a second, because I think I have something on here. Oh, there's not like a good spot to put this. There we go. So this month we have Christmas cash. So you actually, I would say, like, they kind of let us double dip again. And so again, the perks of being partnered with a debt-free company. Okay. They like to have money on the table for their field, which is all of us. So this is Christmas cash. So I broke this down for you. I want you to screenshot this because you're not going to remember it, and that's okay. But this is why I do visuals like this. So I want you to focus on this. Your first focus is 4 perks members, okay, and 1 distributor. As soon as you get that, you're already getting that's like a mini Christmas cash. So essentially you're getting $100 for the Christmas cash, plus you're getting $100 for the fast launch bonus that you get with your distributor. Okay. When they get the 2 customers. So I want you to know that if you are getting 4 perks members and a distributor, and then your distributor gets their 2 customers, you are getting the $200 in bonuses. Okay, automatically. And then you will also unlock your $100 free product credit, plus you'll have your 50% off BBK code. Okay, once you do that, guess what your next focus is? Getting that second distributor. As soon as they get 2 customers, you unlock another $100 bonus. Guess what? That's $300 in bonuses. Now you're boxed in for your promotion, that first promotion to executive. If you go executive by the end of this month and you've joined this month, or you even joined last month, you get a $100 bonus because you are in your fast launch program. So now if you are adding things up, you guys, that is $400 in bonuses alone. Okay. So, and then if you're like, Sarah, I want to keep going. Well, guess what? They have $1,000 Christmas cash on the table for you. And honestly, you guys, I always just say go one step at a time. If you can do a mini Christmas cash, you can do a mini Christmas cash again, and you can do it again. So if you want to do it 3 times, you can earn yourself $1,000 in bonuses alone. Plus, you would be boxing for your second rank in the business, which is around like a $600 average. And then you would also be getting that paycheck on December 15th for your commissions. Okay. You will never regret going big in this business. And right now we have our Black Friday sales. And so you guys, I want you to get loud, even if you don't know everything, because you guys can bring in 12 customers when they are getting 55% off their products. Okay. So this just kind of goes through. This is your fast launch program. You guys can print these out. These are in your app under tools. You can see all of this stuff for you, so you don't have to memorize it. Like I will tell you as a new person, you guys, I printed things out and I put it in a binder. It just helped me make sense when I was on trainings or listening to things that I was like, you know what? I can literally go look, or I'd be like, oh yeah, what did so-and-so say? Let me go look at it. And then the more I saw it, I just learned it so much faster. So this kind of breaks down what you're doing and how you're getting those. So when we're talking about if you go executive, this is it. You get your rank up bonus, right? The $100 rank up bonus. And then if you go Ruby, you get $250 rank up bonus. Okay. And then it keeps going, you guys. You can earn up to over $7,350. Okay. In just the rank up bonuses alone. This does not even include like your perks member bonuses or anything like that. Okay. So, and I just share this. This is not to overwhelm, but I want you to be excited. I want you to see what you truly have your hands on and what you can do with this. So even if you were like, man, my goal seems small, it's okay to start dreaming a lot bigger here. Okay. There's nothing that's really stopping you other than you. So this is the part where we're like, okay, we got the goods. We know how we're getting paid. We're going for those $150 weekly bonuses. We're going for our Christmas cash, but how do we do it? Right? Because you have to put action with what you're learning. And so first things first, auto ship. Auto ship, we do not carry inventory at all as a distributor. Okay. So you don't have to carry a bunch of product. You guys, I don't have like a closet full of stuff that I've never used. I literally order every single month what my family uses and some usually, because I need more than what comes in my auto ship. So just know your auto ship automatically commission qualifies you, which means you're getting paid. The products in your auto ship, they are for you to share, to be using so that you can speak about them. This is where you find the products that you're loving and that you want to use for the goals that you have or whatever your focus is. And this is what makes you a genuine sharer. Okay. People want to do what others are doing. If there were bloggers and all they did was showed you pictures of clothes, but didn't put the outfits together, or they weren't wearing them, or you couldn't see them on them, I can promise you a lot less people would buy from them, right? But when you're using the products, you can speak about the products, not even like what the facts are. Like people literally don't even care about the facts. But if you're coming in every day and you're like, I just made the easiest swap that has benefited me so much, and that was making my coffee from home and choosing a smart coffee. People are going to be like, hold up, I'm a coffee drinker. What are you doing? And then you drop in some before and afters of those of us who have actually switched out our coffee and have had some serious benefits. And they're going to be like, I want that. Like, I don't know who wouldn't want to have their coffee doing more than just giving them 3 to 4 hours of energy. So this is where your auto ship comes in. Okay. And so you want to make sure auto ship is usually anywhere from 2 to 3 products. It's going to do the volume for you, but it automatically commission qualifies you. It's going to help you become a product of the product. This is where you gain confidence to speak and conviction to speak about the products. Okay. Like, yes, you have excitement, but to actually use them puts you in like a whole nother level. Then if you actually start sharing and you're tracking your results, that puts you in a next level. Okay. So you can see on here, these are my before and afters. These are things that I share over and over and over and over and over again. Okay. This was 30 days on our hair growth products. And so you can already see like the thickness of it. I showed that. This is switching out and doing the morning trio. It completely changed my skin. I didn't know it was going to do that, but that was just a really exciting side effect from it. Okay. From getting my gut right. And so these are things, as soon as you get those, you guys, the cool thing about it is it doesn't take a long time to get before and afters with our products. Sometimes it's in a week, sometimes it's in, a couple weeks or whatever. But if you bring people along with you as you use them, people are naturally going to be drawn to you and they are going to be asking you how to get the products. And the cool thing is that you can share your discount with them. Okay. So we talked to auto ship. Then we're going to talk about the distributor license. Okay. So if somebody is starting as a customer and they want to use the products, what I want to tell you guys is that they can either switch over and they could get a pack, like one of the business builder kits like this, or any purchase of $50 or more that your customer is making, they can add on their distributor license so they can start their business and essentially kind of like make their own builder kit. But they can do that for just $39. And then they can start making money with you. Okay. So they can decide if they want the kit because they want the tumbler and maybe they want the frother, and that's totally fine. But nonetheless, if you bring it up to every single person that is already spending over $50, hey, just wondering if you would be interested in being able to make money from home or during the, small pockets in your day. Could you use some extra income? That type of thing. You can do that for just $39. Is that something that interests you? You guys, that is it. You do not have to say anything else. And then they might start asking questions. And then after that, we just answer their questions and we give the info that they're asking for. Okay. So I want you guys just to know that in the back of your head, anybody, rule of thumb, anybody spending $50 or more, you should be offering them to join and come on as a distributor for just $39 more. Okay. And I even put the little question down here. That's all you have to ask, because I promise you, your team will grow quite quickly if you're asking. So just actions we're going to be taking. So as you can start working with your mentor, you're going to be like, what are we doing? Right? So I want to tell you something. I committed when I first started this, there were 2 things that somebody said to me, and I will literally tell every single soul that either joins me or is on our team, because honestly, you guys, it changed, like, not my expectation, but I think it's like changed my mindset is truly what it did. And so the first thing that they said is do one thing for your business, minimum one thing for your business every single day. And I was like, done. I can do something for my business every single day. Okay. Next thing they said, give this business a year and it will change your life. Y'all, that was one of the best things I ever did, because sometimes we might get in and we hear some no's and we're like, oh my gosh, maybe I'm just really bad at this. Or you kind of tell yourself, no. We're not going off of a week. We're not going off of a month. We're not going off of 3 months. Like, if you have it in your head, I'm going to show up every single day and I'm going to do something for my business, and I want to see where I'm at in a year, you will blow your own mind. Okay. So that doesn't mean just sign up and sit for a year. That means like you're coming in and you're doing the things. Okay. So some of the actions that you're going to see us take on a daily basis and that your mentor is going to teach you and help you learn are these things, right? Posting simple, you guys. It's going to start conversations when you're around people, and you should be posting like crazy right now because y'all are about to be around a lot of people around Thanksgiving, and they're going to be like, wait, what have you been posting about? What is that? And so I would get kind of crazy on my stories and be posting, because let me tell you, when you start getting around people, they may not comment, but they're going to ask about it. Okay. So posting, it literally shows that your storefront is open, because how else, unless you have your mouth open or you're posting on social media, how else are you going to show that your business sign is on? Right. So these are the things that we do to say, hey, we're in business, we're doing these things. You're going to see stories. We have tools for you to be using. Reels, TikToks, all of those things. You guys go freaking wild on that stuff. There's nothing that you're doing wrong. And I always tell people, being present over perfection is going to pay you so much more. Okay. I'm going to say it again. Being present over perfection is going to pay you so much more. Okay. Growing your network. We're going to teach you. You are not going to run out of people. It's okay to hear no. We've all heard no. Okay. But as you continue to grow and as you have conversations, you're also going to get the yeses. And those yeses are so important. Okay. We're going to teach you. We always say what you're giving is what you're going to get. So now we're going to be very intentional about interacting, right? And building those relationships, because as we take 10 minutes to interact on people's posts or in their stories or whatnot, you're truly building trust in a relationship with somebody. And you guys, you can do that within 2 days with complete strangers. And some of these strangers are going to end up being some of your best friends. Some of them are going to end up being your best customers. Some of them are going to end up being your biggest cheerleaders, and you don't even know it. And it's crazy that sometimes complete strangers are actually so much more supportive and so much louder for you than people you know. And you know what? It happens to all of us, and that's okay, because it only matters if you let those things stop you. Okay. We're not letting those things stop us, because we have a community right here that knows better. Okay. We're going to teach you how to get into conversation and message. Do you want to know why we message? Because the money is in the message. The conversion of getting a perks member or a distributor is in the conversation. And as a distributor, you get paid to get perks members and distributors. So yes, we are going to have the conversations, and you are going to get to serve people, and you are going to get to offer solutions, and you're going to see that you're bringing confidence to people and you're bringing excitement to their life. And so as you're helping yourself, you're going to realize how many people you're helping along the way. And honestly, it kind of gets a little addicting. I'm not going to lie, in like the best way possible. And then last but not least, you guys, we're going to hound you to be you. Okay. You are not going to do everything like I do, or everything like Carly does, or everything like Vanessa does. And we don't want you to. We want you to be you, because you are the secret sauce to your business. Okay. Nobody needs you to be any different than that. All we're going to do is we're going to add some more tools and some more skills to you. That's it. But we're not changing all that. Okay. We want you to be you. So as you guys said, this is just an easy thing. As you get your kit, as you get products, do fun unboxings. Like, everyone loves to watch somebody open mail and see what they're getting. Okay. So do fun unboxings. You can go find the products in like different stories. When you already know what you're excited about, go find the stories that correlate with that, so that you can start getting loud about that. And this is really important. You guys, you are going to see that I probably share my coffee every single day. Okay. And you might think like, well, is that annoying? I don't know, you guys, if it's annoying, but people still watch my stuff, and it's actually the products that I sell the most. So at the end of the day, it can't be that annoying, and it works. Okay. So I'm here to show you the things that work. So I just want you to know that consistency is key. Most people need to see things anywhere from 7 to 9 times. This is why we don't stop after 3 posts. Okay. This is why we don't show up one day and then like go MIA for 7 days, because all you're doing is prolonging that exposure of needing to see something for 7 to 9 days. So instead, we're going to like knock that out in the first week and a half. So that way you start getting those enrollments, just like you saw in the chat. Carly was like, I had my first distributor in 2 weeks. Somebody else said, you know, whatever it may be, they can even put in when they got their first customers. I think I got my first customers 5 days in. I should go look at that, but it was because I posted and then I showed up at work and people thought I got spammed. But then they were like, we don't even care if you're getting spammed. Like, how do we just get that stuff? They didn't even care. So, okay, next thing, out of the actions, you need to stay close to the fire. Okay, because you have a vision that other people don't yet, and that's a wonderful thing. But you need to be around the people who share your vision because they get it. They understand it. They're going to encourage you. They are not small thinkers. Like when people say, oh, that sounds great, but I'm sure it's too good to be true. That is literally nails on a chalkboard to me. Because all I can imagine is if I talked myself into thinking it was too good to be true to make the extra money that I made picking up shifts, like my life and my kids' life would be so different. Like they truly only, my oldest knows when I used to go to work and he tells my other two, like, he's like, it was terrible. Like it's so funny to hear him talk about it. And my other kids don't even know it. They're like, mom works. She does things like this, but they also get to see me work for the things that matter. Like my kids are usually right here. They're gone right now at practice. But otherwise they usually, you guys would see them. Like my little 6-year-old would walk in. She sees me set goals. She puts pictures by my goals for the month, like on my wall. And it's just like a beautiful thing. Okay. So you want to stay close to the fire. These are 2 pages that you want to make sure you're on Facebook because they're going to be wonderful resources to you. Sunday night, 9 p.m. Central, our family call. What it does, it's literally 10 to 15 minutes. It's live on Facebook, but it tells us what to expect for the week. Okay, so it kind of sets you right for the week. I literally have been on these. Sometimes I just have an earbud in and like I have kids bathing and whatnot. And then Monday night is what is called our Monday motivation call. And that's where money, moments, and mindset matter. Okay. That is a wonderful call. Do not miss it. And if you do, you can always go back on the Road to VIP page and go listen to it at a later date, but just prioritize it because I want to tell you something. This was all I had when I started and it changed me. It creates a vision in you that you will never unsee. Okay. And so those are the things. You will also get Telegram, which has ideas for posts for you. Because if you're like, sir, I don't know what to post. No, we didn't either. We have ideas for you. We have posts that you can start using right away. Same thing with stories. We've created things that you guys can go out and use to start duplicating. Okay. And then one of these things on here, this should not be at the bottom, but literally talking to your mentor daily, asking them to help you. As soon as you think of a question that you're like, wait, I don't remember this, or have I learned this? Like you should be like, hey, that's my call out to my mentor every single time. Because I'm going to tell you, for somebody who's mentored women for many, many years, we are not mind readers, but I'm going to tell you, we are hungry to help you, but we don't know how to help you unless you're coming and asking for things. Okay. We want to know where you're at. So we want you to be buzzing us all the time. We will never get sick of that. I promise you. Okay. And then I'm going to give you actions. Okay. So first things first, when you get off tonight, I want you to share your goal with your mentor. What is your goal? We just talked a lot about money. Okay. There's Christmas cash. You have weekly bonuses. I want you to give her your goal that you want to hit over the next, what do we have? Like week, right? I want you to share that with them. And then I want you to make a list of 20 people who you would like to work with, maybe who you know is a little stressed financially or they're looking to shift their time. I put on here people that you already see present on social media that could start monetizing their social media, nurses, teachers, hairdressers, like you guys, there's no right or wrong person. We have people of all sorts in this business. Okay. But make your list of 20. And then I want you to tell your mentor and I want you to say, okay, I have my list. What am I messaging? And we are going to help you go through and message. Okay. And then I also want you to post and share stories because like I said, by Thursday, y'all are going to be around a lot of people and we want to get those things working for you because this is so important. Dreaming bigger is only the beginning. Pairing dreams with aligned action is where the magic happens. Okay. This is just things I'm going to leave you with because sometimes you'll get off of this and you're like, what if I don't remember everything? You don't have to. You're not supposed to. But what's important is that you know what you have your hands on. And you know the first step is going and just getting 4 Perks members. And then from there, we're like, okay, this is your next step. This is what you got from this. We literally, every time we bring you a step and we help you get the next reward. Okay. And then after you do that, for and a friend, it's literally the same thing over and over. So As you get that down, that's the same way I build on a day-to-day basis, even 13 years in here. So at first, it might feel hard. It might feel a little confusing because it's new. It's not because you're not capable. It's because it's new. And as you repeat it, it's going to get easier and you're going to get more efficient and you're going to get rewarded even more for it. Okay. Best way to learn is just by taking action. If you sit back and you try to read everything, you listen to 50 Zooms, that is not going to teach you. I promise you, if you just start posting, getting into conversation, doing what your mentor is giving you, that is what is going to teach you. Okay. I talked about turning your open sign on, going and finding the products you love, getting your auto ship set up. Okay. Printing off your visuals, so important. You may think I'm crazy. If you do not have a printer, that is okay. Find somebody that does, or try to do it at work or whatever it is. Maybe you can go to FedEx and you can get it printed there, but print it off. It will change the game for you. I promise you. Lock arms with your mentor, and excitement sells over knowledge and facts every single day. Literally, I don't even want you to know things about things. I want you to go for the next week and share everything that you are so freaking excited about, because that is literally what you're going to get the next week after that. Okay. So don't even worry about facts. Don't even worry about the things. As you accomplish and you're bringing in those things, we start breaking it down for you. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, before you know it, you're going to have earned your first $150 bonus. You'll have your 4 and a friend, and then you're already on your way to your first promotion. Okay. I'm going to stop this. If you have any questions, I'm going to just kind of do the chat a little bit. If you have any questions, please just ask in the chat. I'm happy to answer them. And if not, if you're good and you have your information, you can hop on off. But thank you for spending the evening with me, you guys. I am so excited for you guys to be here. And I hope after tonight and just kind of seeing what you said yes to, that you also feel extremely excited. So have a good night.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.